So eat those things handy: paper, crayon, sketch pen, or uh, paints. And we'll wait for 5 minutes. The people who are already here, you can write your check-ins. How's everyone feeling? And how are things? How is your energy from 0 to 10 right now? Because we would be doing a lot of art activities today. So please write in chat. Shobha, Kruti, Madhurima. Seven. Okay. Also, I would really like if people would switch on their camera. If you can't, that's also okay, because today is the last of the workshop and it's mostly more self-reflective. But I would really like discussions around it. And it's art, so I don't need to see your faces. You can keep your art, but some engagement would be good. Nine. Oh, you want to share, Dhruva? What was the day like? What happened?
Yes, yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, Dhruva.
All right. So, actually, in the afternoon, I had a very anxiety-inducing meeting, and that's when your grounding exercise really came handy, like the one we did yesterday with, where, like, where in your body are you feeling it and the grounding, etc. So that was very helpful, and I was so happy that, I could apply it as well in my life, basically. So after that, I think I had great meetings, and yeah, now I'm feeling really good.
I'm
So thank you
so
so much for that.
glad. No, of course, I'm so glad. I'm so happy you shared that. Thank you so much. It helped me also today in some sense. So I'm glad. Good that your meetings also went.
Thank you.
Anybody else? You want to share anything? How the day was? How is everyone feeling? Energy check-in. Kana just joined. Would you like to share where's your energy from 0 to 10? That's okay. I understand the bandwidth is low. Just engagement. You can unmute and engage, and you can do it in chat also. It's okay. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes, and then we'll start our activities. It will be art based today. Okay, that's also fine. It's a Monday evening, so I'm sure the energies are low, but I'm glad to see that it's 7, 8, 9. Good. And I feel you're having a hectic day still. So these exercises are also grounding exercises. So maybe if you're having a hectic day, it will help you ground. I hope it does. It's okay. So I think we can start now. People can join in whenever. I'll share my screen. Is it visible? So, today we will be doing catharsis grounding and exploring safety through art techniques. Yesterday we did movements. The focus will again be on this communities facing systemic oppression, mainly LGBTQ. Again, I'll repeat it that me and Bhavya are not queer affirmative yet, we are queer friendly. So, we will also do that. And you, if you're in the profession, please upskill yourself to be queer affirmative therapists. Trigger warning disclaimer. Um, the activities can be overwhelming and might, you know, trigger some emotion that might be uncomfortable for you. Please share it with me in chat or take some space for yourself. You can go out of the activity for that moment and come back to ground yourself. And you can write it in chat too. So the first activity is my emotions on paper. So I want everyone to take that sheet for yourself and draw any emotion that is speaking to you right now. It can be tiredness, it can be anxiety, it can be anything, and how you see it. I want you to draw that on paper. It can be positive emotions as well, like if you're feeling happy or if you want to feel happy from you want to move away from that frustrating emotion, how you would see it on paper, try and draw that. So we'll take like 5 to 10 minutes to draw, and when people are done they can write yes in the chat. Okay, any confusion about the activity? Is it clear? Okay, clear. Whether you can, if it's not clear, you can ask me questions. And till then, we'll draw. I will also participate along with you guys. So we'll also draw. And after 5 minutes, we can share what came up for us and how do we feel. Okay, so I'm also done. There are the three people who have written done. Okay, Anat and Jinva. Done. Okay, good. Anybody wants some more time? You can work on this anytime you want, like after the session as well. It can be very personal, but anybody wants to share what they do? If you don't, then that's also okay. So I'll share maybe because I'm comfortable sharing right now, but I totally get it if nobody wants to share. So this is what I do. I generally go to flowers when I draw, but it's interesting to note some patterns that I noticed about myself, which I will talk about later. But first, I want everybody to tell me how they felt and what came up for them. Yeah, you can speak.
I think Kainat is showing something, so you can just stop there and then
Sorry.
I think Kainat is
Yeah,
showing
yeah,
something, so
I'm
you can
seeing
just,
that.
yeah, just talk to her and then
Excited, anxious. Oh, interesting, interesting, kinda. Hmm. Do you want to talk about? Dhruva, is it okay if she kinda talks about it first?
yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, kinda. Tell me
Uh,
what was it for you when you were drawing this?
okay, so I'm both anxious and excited right now.
Hmm.
So that's why I don't know why I draw. Why did I draw a heart? But like, yeah. So the anxious side is more related to fire. So that's why I added the orange and yellow. And the
Hmm.
excited because I kind of am liking pink and purple with that. So that's why I use them there.
Hmm.
That's it.
Interesting. Really interesting. I think using colors is as it is so intriguing, and you using colors like red and yellow for anxiousness and blue and pink for excitement is also very nice. Like you associate these colors to your emotions. I feel a lot of people have these ideas that this color has association with this, which is also true universally generalization, but everybody has their own colors. Like I use orange and yellow for like happy aspects
Oh,
and red also sometimes. But it's anxious for you, so that's also
yeah.
interesting.
I just
And you
felt
maybe
I just
yeah.
felt like my heart was on fire. That's why I used it that way.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was about to say about the heart also. It's very interesting. So it's your heart, and that is specifying anxiety and excitement.
Exactly, exactly.
I love that. And how did you feel when you drew this?
I always enjoy using colors. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, so I have so many colors here, and I also love using paints.
Hmm.
So this always excites me.
Yeah, that's nice. I like it. Yeah, Bhavesh, right? The texture of it is also so for excitement also you use this, and for anxiousness also you use this, which is true, which is we feel those emotions, and these are these emotions, both of them. And are supposed to be positive or negative, but it can be anything for you. So we would not analyze anybody's, like it's not analysis of your drawing, it's just an observation.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus plus I feel that everybody just tell me what they felt like Aina said that she felt nice, excited, and it's always nice to use colors. Just feelings like that. If somebody can share, though you were supposed to share, you can. Uh, you raised your hand. I want you to share.
I I just try switching on my video as well.
Okay.
Can you see anything? Oh, okay, yeah. So I drew a frog. So firstly, I just like to say whenever I've done any sort of an art-based exercise, it's always turned into scribbles. So this is the first time there's an object that has come. So
Hmm.
I the emotion I associated with this was content. And it's raining outside and I feel really good. So
Hmm.
um
Can you tell me the emotion again? What is the emotion that you felt?
uh, yeah, contentment. Like I feel really content. So the
Hmm.
frog is very like happy, content.
So cute.
And I felt content when I was drawing. Like I was just feeling what I was drawing, and I have a lot of colors, but I could only find colors, sketch pens around me. So yeah, I could not really do anything more, but it felt nice even working with those colors. And the colors I picked out are also very interesting because I usually never use these colors. So that was nice.
Yeah.
Thank
Very
you.
nice. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that, and I think the depiction is also so nice. It feels like that you, after so much time, you have made something that has an object that also might say something about your personal space.
Yeah.
So you can introspect in that too. That would be nice. That why was there a whole image of it?
Yeah.
And it's good to have that whole image. It's good to have that object.
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you so much, Ina.
Of course, thank you for sharing. That was so beautiful. I love the frog. Okay, anybody else? How are they feeling? Bhavya, Kruti. They can be positive emotions, negative emotions, anything. Madhurima, anybody want- little under the weather, so mostly really tired and tense. And like in your drawing also that must have come up. Okay, thanks, Madhurima. So, Bhavat, that tired and tense feeling, did you think that that poured into you what you drew? How did that feel? I can't see. Oh, it's a little blur. Can you say what it's written, maybe? Like,
I've just written, sorry, I've just written like tensed and worried because
hmm.
I tried to make a worry face, but somehow it looks more angry and like the WhatsApp moon emoji.
Hmm.
Not what I was going for.
No, it shows like I think it shows how you feel. How did you like it? Did you like it when you were drawing those feelings? Of
Yeah,
course, I don't know if you would like it. Like, was it cathartic for you when you drew it?
yeah, definitely because I've been feeling exhausted, and it's one thing to keep saying you're exhausted, and one thing to just draw it, and drawing is more expressive, so
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Madhurima, for sharing your feel good. So keep these drawings with you. And anybody else wants to share, you can write it in chat. We will share it again. And keep these with you. So for me also, I don't know, these my feelings are a little intertwined into each other. So I want to I'm thinking a lot of things. So there are a lot of thoughts which are very scattered, but I want to make it into something. So gaining control of my emotions is also there. So with a lot of zigzag and with a lot of chaos outside, I'm trying to build in some form of con- context, some form of drawing. So like in this flower, so there was a lot of scattered thoughts. Like Kainat also had the scribble one, and then making it into a flower that might make some sense and gain some control. Same with this, same with this, same with this, and with this too. So I feel that were the emotions that I wanted to put on paper, that I can have that control and I can make it beautiful, and then just scribble away the scattered things also. Sorry. Ruti has also written, I have mixed emotions, so I feel more like scribbling rather than drawing a particular. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I scribbled too. And then I created something because I wanted to. These mixed emotion and scribbling is very valid. Um, okay, so I think almost all of us have shared. This brings us to our next activity actually. First, this three things that I wanted to, we've already discussed that opening new ideas while grounding. So just drawing out helps us in grounding and expressing what I feel through a vessel, like Bhavya said, that it's one thing saying these things and keep on feeling them, and then just drawing them out, seeing them, creating drawing as a vessel for your emotions. That's what this activity generally is about, and generally for creating a safe space for self. The next activity is scribble away. So, Ruti, I think you would like this activity. It would help you ground. So, what we're gonna do is we are going to just scribble on paper. Choose the colors that you really like and which are speaking to you. Pick those colors, and for 3 minutes, you just scribble on paper. Okay, any, just scribble. If any patterns come to you, if they don't, that's anything. You just have to scribble on paper. Okay, I'll give you like 3 minutes for this. Okay. Is everyone done scribbling? You want to scribble more? If anybody wants to scribble more, they can write why in chat. Yes. You can scribble more. I also feel like scribbling more. Once you start, I don't want to stop. Yeah. You will get 1 more minute of scribbling. Okay. You can scribble more after the session also. So, how does everyone feel? Please write in chat. Oh, wait. We have to do one more thing. Sorry. Uh, First, tell me that if everyone is done scribbling. Done? Yes. Okay. Madhurima, Kruti, Kainat, Dhruva. Done? Done? Okay. Now, take one color that you've not used in scribbling, any color, and done? Okay, good. Uh, and create a seal around this, like a border around the whole page that you scribble. Your whole scribbling should be like bordered with one color. You can use two colors also, but just not the colors that you've used for scribbling. If you use all colors for scribbling, then the one that is least used, you can use that. And create a border around the page. Okay, done? I'm done. Can more people write? Have you created a border? Done. Okay. Done, done, done. Okay. So now first tell me, how does everyone feel? You can write in chat. You can unmute yourselves.
I wanted to continue.
You wanted to continue? Yes, I relate to that. Why do you think you wanted to continue?
Okay, so when I was very young, I used to, the first thing after my exams, I used to, instead of watching TV, I used to paint
Mm,
or color.
mm,
So I think maybe it shifts me back to that part. I just feel
mm.
relaxed and I just feel, maybe I feel like that there are a little less responsibilities right now.
Mm. Yeah, I understand. That's that's a really nice way to put it too. Like nostalgia came in, and feelings of relaxation, feelings of that I found an escape or a safe space. There are not much feelings of that there are not much responsibilities. I got that catharsis. So these are really good insights. And that's what the activity is mostly about also. Just, you know, getting things out. Anybody else wants to share about the scribbling part? Very in the moment, but didn't like the border. Yeah, I was gonna come for that. So why do you guys think that we created a border? Kriti has also said, I started off by using dark colors, then changed to light colors, feeling light and calm. So there was a progression during the scribbling. That is also very interesting. Like the recognition of change of emotions during the activity also helps us to be aware of our emotions in the moment, that what we felt. That's such a good insight. I also felt that actually when I was scribbling, uh, the colors shades moved from a darker to a lighter one, and then the darker came a little in the lighter too, but I was just scribbling that away. So the change of emotion during an incident or during an activity, and recognizing that also can help us be aware and help us ground ourselves. Oh, I'm feeling this right now, and I recognize it. Oh, that emotion changed. Again, recognizing it. And art helps us tenfold more to do that because it's indirect. So yeah, why do people think we created the border, the seal?
Maybe to make a definite safe space.
Definite space, safe space, yeah, that can one. It can be different for everyone. To
Mm.
contain it all, yeah, that also can be one. Wait, let me write these. I started scribbling by creating a border first. Oh, and then scribbling within it, feeling a little confused. I felt good while doing it, then had a few insights, and that's making me feel introspective. But like, are you okay with feeling? Are those feelings overwhelming right now? I just want to
Not,
know.
no, 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 not at all. It's. I'm just a little confused because now I feel like it's coming to me like I'm more self-aware than I was before.
Hmm. Yeah, and those feelings are okay. You can hold them right now
Yeah,
in your
absolutely.
by yourself. Great.
Thank you.
That, I'm glad. I'm glad that happened. And it's interesting that you created a border first. That's also something that you would maybe, you can introspect.
Yeah,
So
that's actually what started the chain of events. I was like, why did I do that? And then I was like, wait, okay, that makes sense.
yeah. So one thing was to contain it all, and one person said to create that safe space. Uh, Dhruva, why did you create a seal first? What was your reason?
Um, I didn't want to take a lot of space on the paper.
Hmm.
So I was like, I just contain it within this. And
Hmm.
yeah, I think that was my thought process at that point. But I think the border makes sense because we are creating that space for us to express what we want. So we are taking up space to express that emotion.
Yeah. So that's also quite interesting. So we did the scribbling and we have the whole page to do it. We did that. You contained it before because maybe that's the space that you wanted and you feel that that's the space you can take for yourself. Although it can vary at different moments, and you can introspect that within yourself. Uh, but taking all the space that we did and then we made a border around it, that it's okay to take that space, whatever we took, and then we created a seal for all these reasons, actually, to create a safe space, to contain it, not really contain it in a physical sense, like to contain the emotion that we're feeling, to give it structure. That, oh, my scribbling was very haywire right now, but because of the border, I have some structure in my thought, in my scribbling. So, like within the border, also the scribble might be coming thoda thoda. So technically, it's not really contained to. It's more like a seal, but it can be a container for anyone. Like I said, it's yeah, it seems the chaos within we organized it, but we still felt the chaos. It's good to feel the chaos, but we gave it structure in order to ground ourselves. And like Bhavya said, that it acted as the container, and she didn't like that feeling. So that means she doesn't need her emotions to be contained right now. That's also a thing that you realize about yourself at the moment. And that's completely valid. And it makes a lot of sense. Hmm. Anybody, yeah, it seems organized. That's true. Anybody else having any insights, any reflections, any thoughts about this?
I wanted to share one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you said that we have to scribble, so the first thing I did was I looked at my case, color case, and the thought came to my mind, I'm going to use every bloody color that I have here.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to make something and I don't know. I used every color and honestly सिर्फ black रह गया था.
Hmm.
And that is the only color that I had to use for the border.
Hmm. And how did you feel when you did that?
I don't know. It actually felt funny because usually black से ही borders बनाती हूँ मैं.
Hmm.
So it was like wow, that was destined to be that. सिर्फ black से ही use हुआ था.
Yeah. And so coming, I think that's really nice. So black used here because maybe अपने catharsis में you didn't need black, but structure में it came on because that's the only thing that was left. I think that also adds to some structure. And coming from a psychological, the informative part of it. So this activity with when you use with clients, if you are a mental health professional, it's good to use it with a little overwhelming or negative emotions when you're feeling that. Because when you scribble those emotions away, the catharsis is more. And when you seal those emotions, you're giving anger a structure. So in narrative also, we sealed it. So we externalized our anger, we externalized our irritation, and we sealed it also that it is in our control. We're feeling it, we're expressing it, and we're giving it control through a vessel, through a medium that is art. So that where the informative and psychological part comes. So if you're using it with your clients, it's a technique that can help in catharsis, that can help in grounding. So the scribbling does the catharsis, and making a border just helps in grounding. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting, nice. So the next slide. This is what I explained. So externalization of emotions, not internalizing them. So we're technically dealing with them without them being confronting to us, without them being overbearing for us. That I don't want to deal with the problem right now, but through art I did that indirectly. Outlet of our emotion, you can see it, even control it. And sealing helps in containing that emotion, and controlling is its aesthetic, the whole of it. Okay. So the next slide now. Uh, we will talk about the application of it in the systemic aspects of it. So with LGBTQ communities and general communities facing systemic oppression, interaction in spaces, art, theater, and events. So when we are stakeholders, and everybody in this workshop technically is a stakeholder. Even if we're not mental health professionals and attending the workshop, we're still community stakeholders for the queer community. So interaction in spaces in art, theater, and events. When you go to these spaces, it's important that we interact with these communities in these spaces. So we're doing art-based workshop right now. But like going to a person who is from the queer community and who has done some work, who is an artist, going there and supporting that art as an ally or as a member of that community helps in creating these spaces for ourselves and for the community. It can be art, it can be theater, it can be any events. Just go to spaces. There are a lot of, if you're young and if you go for um, you know clubbing, or if you go for social events, going to events that are queer organized and you have queer population also helps in allyship, also helps in representation, also helps in acceptance and supporting. Then of course educating ourselves for the pronouns, that is extremely important. It's just basic ethic. It has nothing to do with what you believe in, what you don't believe in. Somebody's pronouns are somebody's pronouns. You don't, it's like an identity, a name. You can't you know, mispronounce that, and people do take that, oh no, my name is double ERA, not ERA. So I would also like that if you use the proper pronouns of it. Then intimacy. I think when you all, and me too, when me and Bhavya also, when we go to become queer affirmative, exploring intimacy and spaces for the community, queer community, is also extremely important. And recognizing spaces. So for me, when gynecologists spaces are patriarchal and they're not queer friendly. That is also a part of intimacy. They don't have access to sexual health. Intimacy can be in different forms, and we need to educate ourselves. These are just pointers. I'm not going to educate, I can't educate you on these things because I'm also not queer informative, but I just wanted to point these things out that these are the some of the things that we should, as queer friendly people, also educate ourselves to. Then fluidity through art and acceptance I've already covered. Anybody has anything to share on this? What do we feel? Anybody sharing any experiences? Like I think Kruti shared an experience in the trauma workshop about a transgender person facing problems when they went to police. So these are also spaces, and we can, as mental health professionals, as stakeholders, we can create some space, safe space for the community. Anybody has anything to add to this?
Can you please explain fluidity through art and acceptance?
So, when one of the aspect would be the interaction part, the art and theater and events. Then fluidity through art is art doesn't have any gender to it, and that came in our activity. So, when you are in that space, when you are a stakeholder, you can explore that fluidity within yourself and you can explore that fluidity for your client. That adds to the acceptance. And one part of it is going to spaces that has art, that has culture, that has uh, queer artists, and they're exploring your own fluidity. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Just art and movement are fluid spaces, they are not gendered. And fluidity through art, through acceptance, adds and aids our clients and ourselves. Okay, thanks for asking that. I think, yeah, I missed it. Now we come to our last activity, a gift to self. So I would really like now that everyone pick up the pen and pick up the drawing book and colors and create a small thing for yourself. Like it's a gift to yourself. And maybe like from me to you as a facilitator too. For to remember this workshop, to remember you in this space right now. Make something for yourself as a gift. And I would love to see those things. Okay. I'll give you 5 minutes for that. And if we're done earlier, we can write down. Okay. Does that make sense? Can I get a yes? Yes. Okay. Glad. So we'll make a small gift for ourselves now. Take your time with it also. Make it pretty. Take your time. Just be with it. Are people done? And minutes or minutes. If you need more time, you can take a minute more. Anybody needs more time? Okay. We'll take, then we a little 55 maybe. Okay. 3 more minutes. If you're done, then write it down. Okay, guys, are we done now? You can add things to it later on also. But for now, and I would love to see your gifts to self. We get a yes, no, are we ready? No. Sure. Oh wow, that's so nice. How did you feel while you were making this for yourself?
So I was trying to add more things, but
Hmm.
yeah, I don't think I'll. I think I'll ruin it.
Hmm.
So I think I'll stop here because the only thing I had in my mind, like the gift that I want to give myself, is peace.
Hmm.
So I find sceneries and landscapes peaceful. So that's why I was trying to make that.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm glad. You can add more things if you want.
Okay.
Keep this as your safe space. Keep this as your gift for yourself. Anybody else who wants to share their drawing? Vakriti, Madhurima, Bhabra. Anyone?
Sure, just one second.
Sure.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can. That's so nice.
It's just a little extra sunshine for Hartley.
That's very nice. That's so cute. I'm glad you did that person. That it looks so happy and so wholesome.
Thank you.
Ruti, I couldn't see your drawing. It was very blurry. Can you maybe show it again? Can't hear. Mine's too small. Nothing is small or terrible. Okay, please. It's I like even if it's like an ant this much. It's beautiful. It's a gift to yourself, and you can increase that if you want. See, Baba is also small. That's so cute. Flower to herself. That's so sweet. I'll show you mine too. Mine is also very not very big, very small. Sunflower. I love sunflowers, so I drew myself a sunflower and like
I did
so
lavender and lotus.
lavender lotus. Oh wow.
I love your sunflower. It's so nice and
Yeah,
sunny.
yeah. Well, so just a sunflower. Kruti, show me your drawing. And what have you written? I can't read it. Just type it in the chat, maybe. I can't hear you. Your mic. Yeah, that's okay.
Uh, Now, can you hear me?
Yeah,
So, I thought of making a small badge for myself. I haven't cut it yet, and
yeah.
then I've written inside a small quote like "Be obsessed with your own potential."
Oh wow, that's so beautiful. Why did you say it was terrible? That's a gift to yourself. It's a badge that you made for yourself. That's so wholesome. I love it. You need to keep that in your room and like put like a cardboard behind it or something to make
Yes,
it
and I
more
would
thick.
put some glittery or something. I would do it more creatively.
Yeah, you can just use this. This is very creative. It's very pretty.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you
Thank
made that for
you.
yourself.
Yeah,
And I believe in that code too for you.
thank you.
Be obsessed with your potential.
Yeah.
Sea beach with tea. Nadirmai made that. Oh wow. That's also very good. See such wholesome things you all do. I'm very glad. Did you all like it? Making gifts and things for yourself. This is like me and Bhavya's workshop ending by going to do it more often. Yeah, Bhavya. Yes. This is the gift from me and Bhavya too. Okay. So anybody who wants to add anything, say anything, feelings, loved it, okay, I'm glad you did. You can just write that. BTS no, I like God 7 earlier. Like I still do. Not particularly BTS, but I still like them. I do like Korean music sometimes. Because I did this, you that's why I said kinda.
Yeah, I think that is one of the major reasons why I ask people this.
Yeah. I'm also more into dramas. K-pop I only like God 7. I'm Agas.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah. Anybody who wants to add anything about the workshop, any feedback for me, or just in general, how was the experience for everyone? Because today's the last day.
It was really good, and like even though it was short, just 1 hour session every day, but it kept us on our toes. Like, oh, I have to attend it tomorrow. Like, it was short and sweet. Things were covered also, and yet it was short and light. So I really liked it. Thank you, Bhavya, and both of you. Thank you.
Yeah, very glad.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Anybody else? How are they feeling? Just the feeling check-in is also okay. Everybody grounded, nobody's too overwhelmed, right? Welcome.
I'd just like to add one thing before we end.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, all of you. I think the eight of you who are here have been so consistent in all days. And this was for us also. This was a little new experience since we did share with you. We are recent graduates, and although we've done, supervised um, module and workshops, this was
Workshops.
the first time. This was entirely our own. I feel
Yeah.
so. Thank you for being so responsive. Thank you for giving us feedback, and yeah, I mean, just thank you for the 4 days. I mean, we've also learned a lot with you.
Yeah, we are glad. Thanks for like just being here also, participating. So really great. Thank you for it. Oh, thank you.
My heart. Thank you, Kainat and Durva. It means so
Thank you
much.
so much.
I'm just gonna take a picture of these comments. I'm so happy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hope
when you
you
share
guys
them.
don't mind.
Yes, to that share them with me too. I'll also do it. I hope that you can use some of these things in your own practice later on and in your personal lives because most of the things that me and Bhavya did, you wanted to do it for the person themselves also in order to ground yourself and create a safe space for yourself. So, like Dhruva today shared that she did the movement thing today to ground herself. I'm so glad. Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Thank
We'll
you. Sorry,
thank
I'm so
you.
sorry. Can you
No, no.
share your IDs again? I think I did
I
not
know.
get them last time.
No, just thank you and welcome. It was our pleasure. Really practice. We're glad. Where you're on mute. Emails. Um, yeah. Well, I find yours. Can you write yours? I'll write mine. Okay. Okay, guys. Whenever one feels comfortable and grounded, they can leave the session.
Thank you both of you. And yeah, because I'll be leaving now, and I'll be wishing to see you guys again.
Yes, I hope so too.
Bye. Good night. Take care.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night.
Good night.
Bye. Bye, Kuki. Bye, Dhruva.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Madhu.
Good day. Have a nice night.
You too. Have a nice night.